Morning shed videos have absolutely infiltrated TikTok, and I am done being silent about it. I need to speak my truth because they are just absolutely out of control. I only had to see one, maybe two, maybe 5 of these videos before I was like, I cannot keep my thoughts in any longer. It's time to vent. So let's react to morning shed videos together. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a brutal roast sesh. Oh my God. Jeez. That looks so uncomfortable. Look at how tightly that's strapped on. My gosh, is your jaw not like so sore afterwards? Yes, using an overnight peel off mask. Well, or it looks like a sheet mask. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm guessing a lip stain, but it doesn't look like a lip liner stain. So I'm not sure what that does. Okay, hair is looking gorgeous. I don't know. Wouldn't your hair feel like sore afterwards, or your scalp kind of like be sore after having that whole getup on your head? I don't know. I move so much in my sleep that all that shit I put on my face would be strewn across the bed. Strewn? I don't know. I'm not Shakespeare. My best guess as to how they're sleeping is like a mummy. That can't be comfortable. Oh boy, starting off strong, man. Oh, she is stunning though. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. She is like absolutely stunning and so gorgeous. Wow. Okay, you know what? If I had a guarantee that I would look like that doing a morning shed, I'm just gonna say I wouldn't be last in line to it. So it looks like she's using like an overnight mask. I'm not sure if it's like a reusable one or just like your kind of like run-of-the-mill face mask that she's using in addition to the rest of the getup. I mean, these chin straps look so fucking uncomfortable. I don't know how y'all are able to even handle that. I can barely go to sleep without anything on my face, let alone with all that. The only way I'd be able to fall asleep if I had that whole getup on is an Ambien, a bottle of champagne, and 3 melatonin. And even then, I know my body well enough that it would not let me experience any type of peaceful sleep. How do y'all do it? So even just a few videos in, there are aspects of a morning shed routine that I think can be beneficial. For example, her using a bonnet on her hair as she sleeps. This has been commonly used by many women of color, specifically Black women, to protect various hairstyles, protect the health of your hair, or if you're even someone who likes to do like a hair mask. A bonnet is a great way of ensuring that none of that product is transferring onto your skin overnight and that your hair stays pretty healthy. I actually think there's a lot of benefits to it, but it's just the rest of it that I don't know about. I don't know, let's keep going. What the actual fuck? Okay, Mom, I'm scared. Come pick me up, I don't like this anymore. This is actually really scary to look at. This has to be fake. Okay. You know, the most ridiculous part about this trend is that you can't tell what's satire and what's not, because that's how extreme people be looking. I mean, there's aspects of this that look realistic compared to other morning shed videos. I mean, she's literally like having a face mask on her skin, but then she also has like toilet paper wrapped around her neck. Are those noodles in her nostrils? Okay, you know what, guys? I'm rewatching it again. I think it's fake.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I think it's fake because she had a fucking mouse trap in her hair. But the rest of it looks like too realistic. It looks so spot on to other videos that I've seen. Ugh, I've been bamboozled. Oh my God. Is this real? See, now I don't know what's real or fake. I think this is real. Oh my gosh. I mean, hair looks healthy. Okay, let me restart it again. Oh, look at how tight her chin strap is. How is that not painful? My girl, you look like a puffer fish. Oh my God, I'm about to spontaneously combust. I need to get my thoughts out on this trend because I think it has just gone way too far. Here on the Skincare by Hiram channel, we are definitely endorsers of a nighttime skincare routine, okay? Sue me. I love a good nighttime skincare routine, treating yourself. I frequently recommend it to people because that's one of the best ways that you can treat any deep set skin concerns that you have and really take control of your skin. And yes, am I guilty of the occasional decadent, more laborious routine? Yes, sometimes I like to use, you know, maybe like 7 or 8 products on my skin if I feel like I really want to treat myself. But at some point, even during that process for me, I do step back and think to myself, what are we doing? Have the serums, the moisturizers, the face rollers, the creams, the Medicube, has this become a little bit excessive in the pursuit of youthfulness and healthy skin? And seeing this trend take off makes me deeply concerned about how much we, one, fear aging, but two, how willing we are to sacrifice something as vital as the comfort and peacefulness of our sleep quality to be wrapping your face up in all of this. Because just being honest, this looks scary. And no offense to all of y'all, and I wish you nothing but happiness if you are in a relationship, but if I was one of your significant others and I woke up in the middle of the night to see you looking like that, baby, exorcism. Bring the sage, we're doing a house cleaning, because that is genuinely terrifying. And it does make me question, like, okay, at what point is too far when it comes to how fearful we are of how our sleep is contributing to any potential aging or skin issues? I don't know, let's keep going. Okay, this one is like a little bit less extreme, I would say. Okay. Wow, I mean, everyone's hair looks really stunning, I do have to admit. I mean, the only reason I would say that's a little bit less extreme is because she isn't using like a chin strap, a jaw strap. I don't know, whatever these people are using, but she's basically doing the rest. And on her face, she is using what looks to be like reusable face patches, which patches like that can actually be beneficial for anyone who struggles with dryness, for helping your skin to retain moisture. People who struggle with eczema see benefits from those. She is using it on kind of every area of her face that could potentially have any sign of a wrinkle, which, you know, is again extreme. I will note that she does use mouth tape, which has just been the absolute biggest obsession on TikTok. Everybody and their mother and their husband is using mouth tape right now. Don't get me started on that. I could make an entirely different video on mouth tape. But you know, that one, I didn't jump out of my seat when I saw it. So we're seeing some improvement. Oh, okay, wait. I know Mitzi. I think this is Satire. I think. It's so hard to tell with their videos. You never really know. Okay, yeah, this is Satire. Oh my god. I cannot with her. Her videos are so hilarious. You know, the sad thing about satire like this is that it's very difficult to differentiate it from the real videos, which I think shows how far gone we are. You know, what are we doing? Oh my gosh. How do you breathe? Okay, you know what? I'm definitely a mouth breather, okay? I have a deviated septum and can barely breathe out of one nostril, so I may be biased, but like still, how the fuck do you breathe with all that on your face? Funny story, I one time decided to use a chin strap because I was like, I don't want to be a mouth breather, you know, I want to encourage healthy breathing as I sleep. I had so many horrible nightmares, I kept waking up thinking I was dying because I couldn't breathe, and by the morning I found my chin strap thrown across the room. So yeah, call me negative and spiteful, but I legitimately don't understand how you can do this. Okay, sorry, let's continue. Yeah, see, look at the relief on her face. Girl, you're in pain. This is not normal. Okay, you know what? I do see her using some hydrocolloid patches on her skin, which I absolutely love. I think there's a lot of benefits for the skin using those overnight. The reason being, hydrocolloid patches are actually a great way of ensuring that no bacteria or dirt or any type of residual sweat on your pillowcase gets into your breakout. It also prevents the area from losing any excess water, which can slow down the healing process. So there's actually a lot of benefits to using hydrocolloid patches overnight, which is why I always recommend them if you're someone who struggles with, you know, like overactive acne. But I don't know, help me out guys with the whole chin straps and mouth tape and just pure discomfort that was clearly written all over her face when she was removing it. You know, part of me doesn't get it, but the other part of me is, you know, honestly disappointed in seeing these types of videos. Not necessarily because I'm disappointed in the creators themselves, although I do believe that a lot of creators don't actually do this every night and are instead just posting these types of videos to get the most most extreme reactions. Get your views, I guess. But more so the messaging behind just using mouth tape or just using chin straps. Like, yes, I can understand for some people who may struggle with, like really severe clenching or grinding, how, their doctor would recommend something like this and it could be beneficial. But that's never the messaging that you see when it comes to mouth tape and, jaw straps. It's always feeding into the toxic beauty standards of needing to have a super snatched jawline, the fear around having a double chin, the horror of being a mouth breather. More so than the actual routines themselves, I think are problematic, is the rhetoric behind why people should be using these products that I think is truly problematic in the first place. Oh, okay, it's a guy. But it gave me an allergic reaction. I mean, I'm not surprised. Whew. Man, yeah, that cannot be enjoyable. So this video actually brings up another really good point when it comes to these morning shed videos, right? The likelihood that you're going to have an allergic reaction or skin sensitivity, in my opinion, is far higher than the benefits you're going to see in your routine. Let's take the face mask that they use for the example. A lot of these creators use sheet masks that really are only meant to be on your skin for like 20, 30 minutes, not really any longer. Or they're using these patches that, while yes, used infrequently, can definitely help with skin hydration and retaining moisture. If you use them every single night, they can actually inhibit and halt the natural reparative process that your skin goes through. Believe it or not, our skin is actually very good at regulating itself and making sure that it's healthy. And yes, using skincare products can provide a little bit of additional support to make sure that our skin is healthy. But by using these types of products that completely seal off the skin, that don't allow for any airflow, there's a high chance you could be irritating and sensitizing your skin or creating an environment that breeds new acne, bacterial and fungal growths, or like the guy we just watched, allergic reactions. Now, one could argue once in a while this is okay to do, which, I won't totally disagree with. I guess do your thing, boo. But regularly doing this to your skin, in my opinion, is just going to be worse off than just using a good skincare routine and calling it good.
I'm gonna sound like a hater. The morning shed videos, get the fuck away from me. Get the... Have you ever fallen asleep on the couch? How do you... What? You're telling me before you go to bed, you say, okay, let me put my fucking gas mask on. Let me duct tape my mouth shut. Okay? Let's just really think. Let me duct tape my mouth shut. Put on a straight jacket for my head. I hate to inform you, that is just consumerism at its finest. You're still gonna age. You're still... Sorry. Hey, we're all gonna age.
I could not agree more. Here's the thing, y'all. Aging is inevitable. Not only is it inevitable, it's a privilege. And this extreme fear, not even just fear, paranoia of any type of visible aging has gotten so extreme, and it's honestly kind of hard to believe it's seeped so deeply into our culture that it has resulted in extreme rituals like this. And that's why I have a hard time sympathizing with creators who do this, because it is definitely feeding into that paranoia and fear behind aging. There is a subliminal messaging, whether they realize it or not, that I'm doing everything in my power to stop any signs of aging. Why aren't you doing it too? Not to mention, have you noticed that all the people doing these morning shed videos are not people who are actually going through visible signs of aging? These are all members of Gen Z, young people doing these extreme routines that already don't have any type of aging visible in their skin. Anyway, I want to hear what some of the experts have to say about this. I believe one of my favorite creators, Dr. Dre, made a video addressing this.
What we're witnessing here is the skincare trend of the morning shed, where basically you peel off all of the sort of skincare adornments that you went to bed with. I, for one, could never, ever sleep with all this stuff on my face. But, that's me. I'm like the princess in the pea. If you look at me from across the room in my sleep, I'm going to wake up and be like, what are you looking at? What we have here are a series of facial patches. Look like maybe they're silicone or some sort of hydrogel. I love using these things personally because they do plump the surface of the skin and smooth out, diminish the appearance of fine little lines. So I like using them. But would I go to bed with all of this stuff on my face? Like I said, probably not. Now, one trend that kind of goes along with this are a lot of people tape their mouth shut. I absolutely don't recommend doing that. The biggest concern with doing that is you can become apneic in the night, especially if you struggle with sleep apnea. It really can mess up with the natural, like, falling asleep mechanisms. Yeah, I don't recommend mouth taping. Get a good night's sleep. Like, that should be the focus. All of this other stuff, you know, it's up to you. Now, the sleep on it, that is great for some hair types, not for all. Like, some hair types really benefit from that. It cuts down on friction, hair breakage. But for other hair types, it might actually aggravate dandruff for you. Like, if you have oilier hair and your hair is not particularly prone to breakage, you might want to be careful with the sleep cap because it can kind of aggravate dandruff for some people.
One of the things that she was touching on is what I was talking about before, how mouth taping and using chin straps can actually aggravate and make your sleep apnea worse. And it's just so ironic considering that when it comes to having good, healthy skin, sleep is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing when it comes to actually maintaining good, healthy skin. And I just have to imagine that if any of these types of morning shed routines are negatively impacting your sleep, if it's actually creating more damage for your skin than actually helping it. Let's watch another dermatologist react to this, and I'm going to react to Dermangelo, whom I absolutely love. I think he has great takes on TikTok.
Welcome back to my seasonal series, Leave That Ish in 2024, where I tell you what skincare and beauty trends we're leaving behind in 2025. Let's talk about the morning shed. For those of you that are unfamiliar, this is a class of videos where people show you all the stuff that they sleep with, but in the morning when they're taking it off. And all of these things are purported to improve your appearance, like an under chin strap or mouth taping. Most of the things that people are doing in these videos don't really have data to support them, including things like face taping or these chin strap things. And I feel, as a physician, some of them could even be a little bit dangerous or detrimental to the health for some people, notably mouth taping. There's no data about mouth taping helping people achieve better looks in any way, and I always feel like anything having to do with airway, people should be checking with their own physician before doing that. Also, how much you want to bet most of the influencers that made videos about this don't actually do this every night?
Yes!
Is that a white guy?
Exactly what I was saying.
I don't know about you, but I could not sleep well with all of this crap on my face. And I feel like it would be better for one's well-being and probably for their appearance if they got better sleep.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, I did not know what these dermatologists were going to be saying and how it would, you know, be exactly the same as what I was talking about before. But yes, and I love that he was specifically touching on the data, right? Like when it comes to so many aspects of a nighttime routine that I'm recommending or a lot of dermatologists recommend, like retinol, exfoliation, these types of ingredients have really beneficial aspects that data shows actually works. There is little to absolutely zilch data showing that this is going to help your skin at all. And in my opinion, is mostly just cash grabs from companies or from influencers trying to influence you to beef up your nighttime routine as much as humanly possible. Like, why are we not seeing more people promote actually beneficial things like retinol, like good quality sleep, and instead promoting mouth taping, which just like Dermangelo and Dr. Dre were saying, can be potentially dangerous, and you should never really mess with anything that has to do with your airway unless your doctor recommends it. I do have to admit that it seems like this trend has kind of been sabotaged to contribute to this hypersensitivity and hyper awareness around needing to ensure that we are not aging at all. Granted, a lot of the people who consume this content, and I'm guessing you guys as well, can view this content and think to yourself, this is absolutely ridiculous, why would anyone do this? But seeing how popular these videos have become and how many people have jumped on the bandwagon of doing these morning shed videos without really providing any reasoning as to like why they do each of these steps, how they're actually going to be beneficial, having no data to support them, and providing no words of caution to anyone who could potentially have dangerous side effects from improper breathing or anything else. And of course, how these contribute to the generalized, very toxic beauty standards. I mean, this has crossed over from the girlies who are doing their morning shed routines over into the mask bro community community who think that in order to get a really defined jawline, you have to mouth tape every night and mewing and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. When I watch this content, I just see it as feeding this beast of impossible beauty standards that none of us are able to reach. And when I just put myself in the shoes of someone who is Gen Alpha, like a young girl consuming this content and thinking to herself, wow, these are what beautiful women are doing online to maintain their beauty. I should be doing something like this too in order to maintain mine. I don't know. I just think this behavior is becoming more and more normalized, and we're having less reality checks to kind of remind us how ridiculous all of this is. And maybe I'm a hater, who knows? You guys let me know in the comment section if I am totally off base with this one, but I do think it's important that we have critical conversations around these topics and, you know, just take a moment to step back and think about what the fuck we're doing. I could not unrecommend this more. Let's please stop this. And like Dermangelo said, leave it in 2024. What do you guys think of these morning shed videos? I would be really curious to hear your thoughts. And if you want to see more videos like this, I am so happy to make them because there are a billion TikTok trends that I could talk about and rant about. But I want to hear what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.